Rajo, 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 Katipunan, Rajo, Katipunan, Rajo, Katipunan, Rajo, 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 Katipunan, Rajo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atenista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugo, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing giting at tigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan.
Cut! Good take! Want to hear our take on all your favorite filmy things? Tune in to Clapback, the radio show for film critics, production news, pop culture, and social commentary. Serving as a place for our voice in our cinematic universe. Hosted by the Loyola Film Circle, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Action!
Well, I'm not gonna read any of his comments, ha?
Can't even, well, you can't even see it.
Kaya nga eh.
Yeah, you can't see it. So
Yeah, so like,
he's probably just doing it for him.
It's just Radio Katipunan's a game.
yes, we're live. Oh,
We're live.
we're live.
Good to be back.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Max.
I'm Boston.
And this is Clapback, and joining us today are three amazing guests. First, we have Ija De Leon, a film student at Columbia College and a Canon endorser. Diana Mendoza, the president of LFC 21, who's also a freelance production associate and subtitles. And Dominic Vicente, our very first producer of Radio Katipunan's Clapback and events director of LFC 22. The reason why we're all here today. So guys, how are you? Doing good. How are all of you?
Yo,
Doing good?
Pretty good.
It's still ECQ, so
Well,
Lockdown then.
as good as we can be. But anyway, in the most recent film news we have, the Snyder Cut will finally be released to the public. How does that make all of you feel?
I'm not opposed to it.
You're not opposed to it. Okay.
Well, I want to see it. Want to see if it's better than
Want
the
to
original.
see it.
Want to see it better.
What about you, Dominija?
I'm kind of scared.
not-
like, a lot
yeah.
of hype went into it, so, I'm trying to lower my expectations right now before watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to lower your expectations because I had been seeing the cast like hyping this up for 2 years. Like it came from them. They wanted to see it happen on the big screen. They said that they liked it more than Joss Whedon's version. But like, so given all that hype, you're like, wow, it must be good. But at the same time, you don't want to expect because like you don't want to expect too much and then get disappointed.
Yes.
But I did see set
I mean,
photos. Yes?
Yeah.
Dom, you're
They
saying?
didn't really set a very high bar with the Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Actually, I was about to say, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it, but I also kind of don't see the point since they can't really continue from it.
Like you can only go higher from there, right?
Yeah. But then, if it does end up being really good, what's next? Because most of the cast is gone now. So like,
It's true.
Yeah, actually,
Batfleck,
Batfleck is gone.
Batfleck's
Henry
gone.
Cavill's gone. I
Rest
think
in
it's
peace,
more for
everyone.
the fans, because the fans have been clamoring for it as well. So I think they know that even if we're not going anywhere from here, at least like we gave them what they wanted. So that being said, like Henry Cavill and Batfleck's last DC Universe appearance would be something they're happy with, at least.
I actually like Henry Cavill's
Hopefully.
Superman. I thought
Henry
he was
Cavill
pretty
is
good.
Superman, yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah, they were good in
just
their
needed-
roles.
Yeah.
It was
They just needed
You know,
better
the
scripts, honestly.
exactly.
If anything, I feel like
Move for HBO Max.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's coming out on HBO Max, which is actually out today, I think. Yeah, May
Did
27th.
they hear or
Maybe
somewhere.
abroad. Yeah, I guess you know.
did they somewhere?
Yeah, you need VPN to get HBO Max. Yeah, but there's a lot of like stuff coming out on it, like Love Life, which was a movie starring Anna Kendrick, and for
Yeah.
kids, there's like an Elmo talk show, and Adventure Time. Two people.
Adventure Time.
Yeah, there's like a
sequel's coming out.
right. There's a 4-episode like mini series, and
Yeah.
like each episode's like an hour long, which is like a really big like jump from like
Damn.
11 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you follow the pattern, HBO is really banking on like fandom strength, right? Friends,
fandom, yeah.
Reunion, Adventure
They
Time,
are.
Snyder Cut.
Also,
Marketing strategy.
Yeah.
they're doubling down on DC because they're also the ones making the new Green Lantern core show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if the guy from Arrow is there because they kind of teased about it at the end of the Arrow.
They have to. They have
But
to
how
make
would
it
that
work.
work? How will that work?
What do you mean how would it work?
It's ending.
I mean, no, because Arrow.
No, not Arrow.
Oh, okay.
Diggle.
Yeah, they go. They might make him
Oh,
John
okay, okay.
Stewart, which is interesting.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, because that's his like legal name.
Yeah, because he's black too. I don't know.
Well, at least HBO knows what they're good at, and they're playing at it. So anyway,
They really want to
apart
etch
from
out
this, like,
Netflix.
They do. I think everyone does.
They do.
And then-
Yeah.
So next streaming service we're moving to Disney Plus. Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh yeah.
Guys, we've been waiting half our lives for this.
Grade school.
Well, I mean, we got it.
Great
When you think
school.
about it, we got it. It just wasn't done right.
National Bookstore Fairs
Yeah.
every time, lining up.
National Bookstore Fairs.
Dude.
Yeah, the ones that would wait outside your classroom. Yeah, well,
Oh my
okay, we did get Percy Jackson movies, but we only got 2. Like, we never got like, they didn't see it through. We didn't see it finish.
Wasn't
And
worth
now-
pushing through, man.
It wasn't actually.
That's true.
But also
Honestly.
now we have Rick Riordan on board, so I'm hoping for the best and I'm expecting it to be nice.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, he pushed for this. He was really the
Uncle Rick.
one of the head petitioners to actually get them to make a series about it. So like, I'm hoping for the best because he's also gonna be part of the script writers and producers. So like,
And he promised they're like the same age as they were in the book.
they have
That's
to be.
what's important.
Will they
I
finally do
mean,
Annabeth justice with her hair?
will she finally be done?
She was blonde in the second movie.
That
Yeah, but
doesn't
it's
count.
not that
Come on.
easy. That doesn't count.
Care
She
about
wasn't
that.
well either.
Look forced.
It's alright, 1 book per season.
Yeah, 1 book
Yeah,
per
yeah.
season. And then,
The book isn't
I don't know
that
the
thick.
episode. Well, probably.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
It'll be a
How many
13 episode
Probably
season,
longer.
maybe. Because
or if they wanna,
3 movies.
actually, yeah, all sense right.
Yeah.
They made the Hobbit into 3 movies.
Hollywood can do anything.
that's true. That's true.
Anything,
That's true.
honestly.
I trust
They can-
them, and I trust them. You know, fun
Hopefully
fact,
it works out.
you guys, before we take questions from the comments, Rick Riordan tweeted about 2 years ago that he went to a meeting at Disney because 2 fans called him in. And then he said, I'm not saying anything is going to happen yet. I'm not saying things are going to turn out how we want them. I'm hoping for the best, but it's nice to know that my fans grew up, got here, and still believe in me, which I find really sweet and really cute. So there, just so you know, his co-producers may be fans, and that also gives me hope that the series itself will be nice. So anyway,
I hope so.
take a look at the comments.
Here's hoping.
Good afternoon, Miss Jen. Hello. And then from Andrea, my little sis, she's so excited about Percy Jackson on Disney. We've actually been talking about it recently, and she has some questions for us. So she said, who are your godly parents? Oh, did you guys ever take the quizzes for that? That's a good question.
Ooh,
Yeah.
right.
No,
Do
I don't think I ever did actually.
I think it was
I got
Apollo.
Hermes once.
I don't know why.
I think I'd be a Dionysius guy. I don't know.
But I wanted to join Artemis' like, group of hunters.
Oh, you wanted to be, yeah,
Artemis?
the one in,
You
wanna
the one
be a
in
hunter?
Titan's Curse. The one in Titan's Curse. Yes.
Gee.
Wait, didn't most of them die though?
You know what?
Okay, you guys. Well, I think I took a quiz and I would get either Apollo or Poseidon, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I can tell
I
you
got
through that.
Hephaestus.
I took it once.
So
I
tech
got
stuff.
Hermes and
Hermes, so
then
you'd be with Luke.
Apollo. Yeah, probably.
Hermes and Apollo. So, Ija, why Hephaestus?
I don't know. Like, I guess I put a lot of like stuff about being scrappy when I was younger. Like when I was younger, I always wanted to just do a lot of like engineering stuff. I guess like I wanted to be architect when I was younger, and that's why I guess that's why I
okay.
got it.
Mm.
Yeah.
But an architect would be more of a themeless
Athena.
thing. Yeah, because Annabeth
true.
is an architect.
I mean, if he was
That's true.
making the building himself.
Yeah, I was making the building.
Okay, then
Yeah.
Engineer,
fair point.
construction worker, contractor.
Contractor.
Dude, I remember being so happy though, because like Leo was like one of my favorite characters.
Oh man.
Leo's a really
How
hard
he just died in the first chapter or something? Was it like the first few chapters?
No!
Still alive. Oh my
Wait,
god.
Oh no! Who's the guy from Hephaestus?
I'm sorry.
From book 5.
Oh, Charles.
Oh, wait!
Who is the
Beckendorf. Beckendorf.
I love
Charles
that guy.
Beckendorf.
No, that guy was dope. I hate how he just died in like the first few chapters. He was
Oh
cool.
my God.
He was a good character and he was there for so long.
He was, yeah. I only watched. I only read until Last Olympian. So yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
nothing
think
else.
we'll be seeing. I don't think we'll be seeing a
Missing
Heroes
out.
of Olympus series until we finish. What's that? Until we finish Percy Jackson, the Olympians. But I
Right.
really do hope they continue into Heroes of Olympus because it would also be really nice to see. Like, okay, spoiler alert. The Battle of Blood of Olympus would translate so well on screen. If
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
remember it, for the ones who
honestly.
did watch, the ones with the godly parents and the it would be amazing.
Side
Romans
by
versus Greek.
side by side.
So anyway, if you could be a character in any Percy Jackson book, who would you be and why? Good question.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, now I would honestly be what's the name of the god? The wine god's sons? The wine god's kids?
Dionysus.
I'm trying to remember.
Dionysus.
Just like
Kids? I don't
the idea
remember.
I remember the idea of just like handing out like just random grape juices to everyone while supporting just sounds like something I would totally do. I remember that was a very distinct scene in like the final like battle in the Percy Jackson series, like in the last part when they were defending the Camp Half-Blood from the Titans finally, and then they were just sugar high if I remember correctly, like really real and just like describing them sugar high.
What about you, Diana?
I mean, I don't know. Percy Jackson's having like a really fun adventure, so it would be nice. I love his characterization so much.
His
so.
character!
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Incredible. Guys, when he was willing to fall into Tartarus with Annabeth, come on. That's love.
Oh my
That's
god.
love. What about you, Dom?
Hades, maybe?
Why am I not surprised?
Fun friend.
Yo, he can disappear.
I like the
Do
Hercules
anything you
Hades.
want.
That's a cool
Hey.
Hades.
We love Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules 80.
That's a cool Hades.
Hercules.
Speaking
Oh my
of, we
gosh,
will talk
iconic.
about
Iconic.
we will talk about Hercules in a bit. But Austin, your turn. Which character would you want to be?
Oh, I think I'd go for either, maybe Nico. I found Nico to be pretty cool.
Nico.
I love Nico.
Oh,
He has a
Nico.
pretty cool like character
Angsty
development.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good storyline. Oh, Raji just said Dom as Hades. Oh my gosh. So yes, getting caught. Imagine. Okay, so part this stream for Dom and the Dom with the Mick Jagger joke.
No.
Okay, anyway, if I were to pick a character I'd say I'd wanna be either Annabeth or Piper.
I
So,
knew
okay,
it.
Annabeth is a pretty like obvious choice, but Piper because I liked her power. Like it was something that was so low key but so effective. Like how she would use
Charm
that
speak.
charm speak. Like it's not an aggressive power, but it's one that they needed to win a lot of battles.
Right.
You feel?
That was-
And her cornucopia. Come on, guys, endless food. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you mention it.
Come on.
Right? I mean,
Come
I'm
on,
pretty
Leo
sure the
Snell has
basic.
better. Come on, tofu burgers? Are you kidding me? Making burgers out of his tool
The
belt?
cornucopia can make ham and turkey and anything you want. A whole feast.
Nah, bro. You can any tool you want. Mince, tofu burgers. Just like make a campfire all of a sudden. Come on. That's so much cooler.
So anyway, next question. Who is your
Sorry.
favorite couple from the Percy Jackson series? Elizabeth, sorry. Diana.
The OG, man.
Elizabeth. Okay, everyone agrees that it's Elizabeth.
Mainstream.
Elizabeth. Okay, why?
What's yours?
Nico and Percy Jackson. That was like,
Oh.
that was never real.
That was
That was never
actually.
real. So cute. It was so cute. That was-
You know, I want to switch my answer. That's not a bad answer.
I'm just saying.
There
I'm
was
just
a
saying.
point made. There was a point made. What about? Oh, okay. Wait. Whoever can help the comments, please help me, because on my screen it's going up pretty fast. So, what's your favorite book from the Heroes of Olympus series? Dea, thank you so much for all of your questions. So, my favorite from Heroes of Olympus would probably be Mark of Athena, because it's the book that drew me back to the series. Because when I read the first one, Lost Hero and the Son of Neptune, I was into it, but I wasn't entirely invested because I didn't feel any connection to the new characters yet. The only character, the only character I really connected with was Percy, because I already knew Percy. But when I saw them all together in Mark of Athena, the older characters really complemented the new ones, helped bring them in. So for me, it was the book in that series that made you want more. What about you guys? You first, Diana.
House of Hades.
House of Hades, why?
Ah,
It
yeah.
got real
My
dark. I mean,
God.
if I remember correctly, that's where Percy like used his powers to like poison a goddess or something, and that's where he got
Yeah, I
really
think so.
dark,
Poison a god.
right? When he was in Tartarus, I think. Yeah,
Yes. I think so. I need to reread that.
No.
that was like blood level dark.
He was
And Percy was, like,
manipulating
a good
the,
guy, right?
River Lee.
One at a time. River Lee. Okay. So what's your?
Oh, wasn't that the
favorite?
powers? Oh, House of Hades as well. Like that was when
House
you
of
manipulated River Lee to like remove the memories of like one of the gods, the Titans there, and there I believe, and then like that's
Yeah,
Bob,
there
right?
was-
The janitor.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, the one who met in the first series.
Bob, yeah, Bob.
Bob deserve better.
Man, I think I should get into these books. I didn't read
Yes,
them.
you should. Dom, you next.
He held everyone back. Son of Neptune.
Oh.
Son of Neptune. Why Son of Neptune? That's a nice one.
It's Percy.
OG. OG back. Yes.
Like,
Okay,
I learned
Austin.
all about the Romans, so
Yeah, that's true.
Right,
Austin, now that you've heard bits and pieces of every Heroes of Olympus book, which one are you most interested in reading, given what you were saying?
House of Hades sounds pretty interesting. Also by, majority. I mean, But then, yeah, I don't.
Alright, okay.
I might watch those. I mean, read those.
Watch those, okay. Well, we are Clapback.
I'm a Gen Z. I'm a Gen Z guy.
Yeah.
it's probably an audiobook.
Generation.
Okay. I just wanted to say hi, Father Mao. He said, Annabelle the doll. Annabelle, that's
The doll?
Conjuring.
Cute.
That's a
Okay, so back to
wrong
question.
universe.
Polly said Austin has taste. I think that was in regards
Thank
to
you.
Percy and Nico. So another question from Dea is: do you think the Percy Jackson series is better than Harry Potter? Ooh,
Okay.
Sorry. Harry Potter all the way.
controversy.
I was more in
Okay,
love
who
with
wants
Percy.
to-
than-
Okay.
Oh no! Okay, wait. Austin first. Since you said Harry Potter all the way, why Harry Potter?
It's Harry Potter. I mean, like, I don't know how to explain. It's Harry Potter. Come on. Is this even a debate? You got Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw. That's so
We
iconic.
don't want to talk about the movies.
Does anyone?
No,
anyone
no, the movies. Okay, for me,
So you
kasi
agree?
I think this. No, I'm not agreeing.
Okay, so let's start the refutes. Go, Dom.
No, because honestly, there's a bias towards Harry Potter because it's mostly everyone's
Is it
gateway
amazing?
into fantasy writing or like. But then, if you look at Percy Jackson, it has a lot more to say about character development. Because in Harry Potter, everybody was kind of forced to like grow up again, which isn't
okay.
like exactly a bad thing. But then in Percy Jackson, you actually get to see how all of them are reacting to what's happening and how all of it is kind of a reaction to how the world is around them. And so it kind of gives you perspective on actual real world stuff. And so I don't know, it just resonated more with me.
Okay, Ija, you next.
I would say Percy Jackson because it's just more grounded in the real world. Like I just love that. But like Harry Potter was like always, separated. Hogwarts and world, right? Those two is two separate things. But like in Percy Jackson, it's like they're always tackling like their dual lives. They gave out the reason like, oh, these people go out to summer camp and they go back to normal school, and then summer camp back to school, and some people stay here. I just love it. It's just a lot better like schooling system than Hogwarts in my opinion. I don't know.
Okay,
There's a lot.
Diana.
Definitely Percy Jackson. I was more invested in it, even though there was no like amusement park and everything like that. There's
Not
more
yet.
representation, unlike J.K. Rowling.
Oh no, here we go. The afterthought.
I can't believe Harry Potter is losing this. This is crazy. Okay.
Okay,
And also, I
Hearing
like
you
the
guys.
fatal flaw thing.
Oh, the fatal flaw concept.
The fatal flaw.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, for me, if you ask me, I really can't choose because both of the series mean something different to me. Like Harry Potter, like that series, is something with characters who I looked up to because when I started reading it, they were older than me, so I looked up to them in a sense that they've been through more adventures than I have. They know how to do things. They've gotten things done, and for me,
There we
I'm
go.
young. I'm in grade school, and I'm like, wow. And I'm like, wow. I look up so much to Hermione. She's amazing. I look up to Harry. He's so brave, and Ron. He's so funny. But then like Percy Jackson, naman. To me, that's a series that I grew up with. Like, the characters and I grew up alongside each other. We were growing up together. So for me, they were like, okay, these were friends. So Harry Potter and company would be the friends who are older than you, who you look up to and ask for advice from. Whereas Percy and his friends were the ones who you'd make cuento with because you guys are on the same level, going through things together. Get? So I'm not gonna choose. Sorry.
Okay.
That's true.
So okay. Another comment from Polly. She said Percy Jackson really has a lot more representation, and it's there, not said years after in a tweet. Lol. Okay, she makes a point, but
He has a point.
She has a point. I mean, I guess part of that is also Rick Riordan wrote it in a time where people were speaking up more about their beliefs. So that's to be
Alright,
taken.
I know what I'm beat. Percy Jackson wins this one. Okay.
So anyway, another one. Hi, Dad. He says Percy Jackson or Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Yo,
They don't compete though.
gotta go with the
Okay.
chosen one.
Why Darth Vader, Dom?
He doesn't have to use the lightsaber. He can just like put up his hand or something.
Okay, Austin, what are you saying?
Yo, he knew Obi-Wan had the high ground and he still took his shot. Yo, he has my respect, infinite respect, you know? He knew what was gonna happen.
That's a point. Diana?
Okay, I'm Team Percy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He has a more
Percy
fleshed out
over there.
character compared to Darth Vader. Although I do agree
Yeah,
that
he
Darth
is a
Vader is more
more-
iconic and more intimidating.
Okay. Ija.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like them fighting together, like fighting against each other.
Well,
like,
okay,
who would
if
win a
that's how
fight.
you interpret it, how would you answer that?
Well, I think like depending on oh gosh, I think depending on like the setting they were in, like if there's water nearby, Percy Jackson can definitely beat Darth Vader in my opinion.
No,
Because like I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think so.
his suit is not waterproof. I don't know if his Darth Vader's suit is waterproof now.
So rest in
that's-
peace.
He has a point though. If
Yeah, but
Percy
okay,
gets his
I
hand
didn't
cut
think
off,
of. I didn't
water
think
is
of
the
that.
best.
though. You can use the force to,
Exactly.
you know,
I mean,
repel the
Darth
water.
Vader can lightning force now. No,
If they're
okay,
by
that
lava,
higher ground
though.
thing. That
If they're by
higher ground
lava,
thing.
though.
I'm sorry, but that's a win right there. Okay, so Mr. June De Leon said Darth Vader, of course. Yes, I think that is what we've come up with. Another question from Data. If you had to go on a quest with which two demigods would you want to go with and why? Okay, who wants to start? Diana.
Okay.
I thought you were saying me. Go on. Okay. Do you have an answer?
One slot's definitely reserved for Percy, but
Of course.
I'm not sure who to go for my second. Maybe Talia.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about her.
Kids with
Three.
you.
Big three. Okay. Who wants to go next? Ija?
I would have said
Oh, down. Okay.
yeah. I would have said Percy and Jason back then, but like that's not possible anymore. So
That's a good combo,
Percy-
though. I mean, taking that, like, you know, excluding what happened in the books, like, make it entirely power based.
Percy and Jason. No question.
Jason.
Okay.
Ija?
I would honestly go for Leo. He's like, dude, my boy Leo. He's just honestly like I just fanboyed over him every time he just popped up. Like I was just when he got his own section, like him finding that dragon and stuff. Like he was just the savior of the day. Like and nobody really minded him for like getting that form of transportation. Like he was the true like underdog in life. So like I would just go for him. Also because like you know him being able to fix anything is pretty cool in my eyes.
All right. Austin, your turn.
I'll probably go for Nico and Talia. Actually, when you said Talia, I was like, oh shit, she's such a badass in like the
Language.
Oh, she was a really, really great warrior. a very astounding warrior, and I like that. So yeah, I'd go with those two.
You know, I was thinking of Percy and Leo. Percy because like he's Percy, and Leo because apart from the infinite tools, you have Festus. If you need to travel, it's gonna be really easy with Festus the dragon. But then because Diana brought up Talia, I was like, wait, we'd be so safe with Talia.
Transpo or muscle?
Yeah, exactly. So now what do I want? Transpo? Like yeah, exactly. Transpo or muscle? Because I don't want to kick out Percy either.
Well, it's not about the destination; it's about the journey.
Exactly. You can cut the journey short, and you can cut the journey short with Festus.
Right.
Big brain.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't have been much of a
Instead of
journey.
walking and like chances of like being attacked by monsters all the time, you know, you could just fly over them. Fly over all your
Exactly.
problems.
You miss out on all that bonding, you know? Like all those like road trip talks. You need those road trip talks. Yeah.
No
Those
friends.
can
character
talk
development
on
moments,
the
right?
gas.
Character development. Oh my god.
Hey, character development can happen in conversations. We've all seen the Before trilogy. Just saying.
They were always going to something. There was no destination. It was all journey.
Okay, but to each his own, right? So,
Yes.
any new comments? Hi Matthew Cole, hi Michelle, EJ, your fans are here. From Alexander
Hi
Season.
Matthew. Hi Michelle.
They said, Alexander Season said, it certainly would be amazing to see Percy and Annabeth awaken Gaia with a nosebleed again. Gaia awake again though.
Is she not yet right now?
I haven't read Trials of Apollo, so I wouldn't.
No, I mean in like the real world.
Oh, in the real world, she's definitely awake. Definitely awake. So
Trials
See the
is
state of
good
our
though.
planet right now.
Trials is good. I haven't read it, so maybe I'll
Yeah.
get to reading that. So, did you grow up watching the Percy Jackson movie or reading the books?
Well,
There wasn't much of a movie to grow up with. We only had the 2 movies.
No, I actually
Yeah.
started with the movie, like the movie,
Okay.
and then read the books, and I was like, shit, they're not making a second one. So what's the name? I just started the book. Yeah, I should have a swear jar.
So, okay, I grew up reading the books, and the movies came after I read the books. I think I was in Titan's Curse by the time the first movie came out. So, for me, I was really excited to see it as a movie. And then, like, well, we know what happened. So, what about you guys? Dom.
Oh, I started with a movie.
You started with the movie, Ija?
Yeah, but then
books all the way.
Diana?
Books.
Books. Alright, so removing the fact that the movies were based on the books, how did you find them? Like, this is addressed to the ones who watched the movies without having read the books first. How did you? Because okay, I'm sorry, but the ones who read the books first, we can all agree on the same thing. But the ones who watched the movie first, how did you find it before reading the books? Anyone can start.
for reading,
Yes.
it was I don't know, it was good for me in the sense that first that Logan Lerman was like a really good Percy Jackson, and the rest of the cast was kind of okay naman talaga. Plus I love Greek mythology, so that was a plus. But then I don't know, there was a lot of unnecessary teen angst again. So when I read the book, I was like, oh god, this is a lot better now. So yeah, it lacked the context that the books gave it, that made it better.
It did. Actually, the plot was almost entirely different. I mean, the pearls. Like, the pearls being the plot driver of the movie, but passing thing in the book. I found that so off. Anyway, Austin, you had something to say about watching the movie first?
Oh, I actually found the movie to be okay. I mean, that's why I was like, oh, man, I want to read the book, just see what was the difference. And then I was like, oh shoot, the book's way better. So I ended up reading all the other books. So yeah, but the movie was okay if you have no context of the book.
Yeah, that was also brought up in the comments right now. Fraji said it was because I didn't have context on how the characters were supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you know what? Removing how the characters were supposed to be, I think all of the actors did a good job. Like, Percy was a good Percy, Annabeth was a good Annabeth, Grover was a good Grover. It was just a matter of everyone being the wrong age. Like, it would be nice to see them back in the Disney Plus series, but as the godly parent instead of as the demigod.
Yeah.
Interesting to
No,
see.
that
I
won't
mean,
work. That won't.
Depends.
it can
Annabeth as
work.
Athena, I can see that.
She can work as Athena.
I can
But
see
Percy,
that.
with Logan Lerman as Poseidon kasi
No, I don't see it.
I don't know.
I get you.
They
I
can make it
don't see it.
work. I have faith. I believe that if they decided to do that, they could make it work.
No, me and Austin.
Well, it's so young,
no.
it's sad.
Break the split decision. Who do you want? Sorry, I forgot Percy Jackson for the movie to be Poseidon. It's 2v2.
2 versus 2.
Oh, God.
So break the tie. What do you think?
Who is it?
Okay, well, that's fine. I think Brandon T. Jackson would make a funny Hades. Like, can you imagine him bringing back the Mick Jagger joke as Hades, but then he's not Grover anymore? That scene would have so much power. And Jake Abel, though he looks like an Apollo, it would be interesting to see him as Hermes as well.
that's true. But then again, Nathan Fillion already did a really good job as Hermes.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll just have to see how this unfolds. So, anyway, next question. Day again. If you were the casting director for the new Percy Jackson series, who would you cast as Percy and Annabeth? Okay, I'd like to answer this one first. I don't know any actors of that age group right now, but I would cast people their age. Definitely their age. Like, unknowns their age. New actors. Give people a start. As long as they're their age and Annabeth is blonde. So Diana, you can go first.
I don't have any like names or like specific actor for this character, but like there's a lot of really good and rising child stars right now. Jacob Tremblay as someone.
Jacob Tremblay. So I think he's a more proper age for Nick. Oh no, Nico was younger. But yeah,
Nico was
Jacob
younger.
Tremblay. Jacob Tremblay could be one of the ones who were a bit older than Percy when he arrived. So next, Ija, you're next.
I don't recall any specific actors in mind that are specific child actors, but I don't know why, but I keep thinking that the kid from Jojo, I'm trying to forget, Porky from Jojo Rabbit could definitely act to someone. I don't know who. Jojo
They
Rabbit.
both
I'm trying
can.
to remember Porky.
Oh!
Or,
Oh, that's so cute.
They both can. Both of them.
I don't know who though. I don't know who. Like
Like the two from Jojo Rabbit, the two kids. They could totally be
right, they're all
They're German.
actors. They're actors. Anyway, Dom,
They're not German.
I don't
casting
know
director.
anyone for Percy, but have you guys did you guys watch the movie Gifted?
Oh yes.
The little blonde girl.
Little girl.
Yeah, the little blonde girl.
Yeah, she's so
The
good.
young Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Annabelle.
Pretty good.
And she's Annabelle.
She's
Oh, here we go.
She's-
There's Annabelle.
Too young.
Annabelle.
no, she's like 13, 14. So
She's older by now.
Yeah,
She looks
Older
like
by
an
now.
Annabeth.
she's 13 now.
She could have been Annabelle when she was 11. Well, it still looks young. It
She
could
can
still
still
be.
be.
Okay, Austin, last.
I honestly don't really know who would be perfect. Maybe one of the Stranger Kids. Stranger Things kids.
Oh, we're gonna have a part 2 of the movie.
No, that's too old now.
They're too old by now.
Not that old. They look like 13, 14. Like they look
Have
kids.
you
got
seen
taller.
them? Have you seen them recently?
I don't know, season 3, them, they don't look that old. I don't know, maybe it's just like from... Huh?
What about the kids from It?
Sorry, what? You sound
From
good.
It.
One of them is a Stranger
Yeah,
Things
oh,
kid.
one of
Also
them.
older now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of old.
Older now, that's true. Ah, damn.
Puberty is really quick. So
Oh man.
So another comment from Alexander Season. Absolutely love the films, even after reading the books. The teen thing always made me laugh, but still worked. Remember when Clarice saw Grover in a dress and was like, Instagram? Yeah, that was funny. See, monsters did have some fun. And I like the guy who played Tyson. He was a good actor.
Yeah. Okay.
Another
I
one
have to
from
agree.
Father Mao. Hello, Ija. Take care. Nice to see you.
Hi,
From
Father Mao.
Isabel Barger. Hi. Hi, Ija. Wow, Ija, you got a lot of fans today. They said, yes, McKenna Grace. McKenna Grace is the name of the
Yeah, see,
song
they
we're
agree
talking
with
about.
me.
Thank you for that. Hi, Mr. De Chica. You stay safe too.
Yeah, great.
There.
I don't.
Okay, so we're done with the comments. So anyway, as I said, moving on, still on the topic of Greek mythology, the Hercules animated movie will now have a live-action remake, with the Russo brothers playing an important role in production. They haven't said if they were going to be directors or if they're going to be producers, but they're going to be involved. The public thinks most
producers right
likely
now.
as producers. Oh, okay, there you go, producers. So they said they weren't going to be taking exact cues as the animated movie, meaning that they're not going to make this movie exactly like the animated movie. Now, if they're including songs or not, I don't know. So, what do you guys think about that? Do you think they can handle it? Do you want to see the music back? Do you want to see the movie? I mean, do you want to see it exactly like the animated movie, or do you want to see them do something else? What do you think?
Okay,
Okay, Dom.
even if it's not exactly the same, if they're not gonna put the music in, there's kind of no point. Because like, imagine the revenue they get from the albums and the merch of the Fates. Oh my god, thinking about it for now. But yeah, like, why would you make a Hercules movie without the
Without the
music in
music.
it? Diba? Like,
Yeah.
They're gonna move on this thing and it's gonna suck again.
Exactly, that's what I was going to bring up. I was like, a lot of this, like whether they want to remove the music or not, a lot of it will rely on how Mulan will turn out, because people are already kind of disappointed that there won't be music. You know, if it can work, then you'd have a little more faith in the movie working without the music. But if you ask me, I would say that a movie like Hercules, Disney Hercules, would need the music, because come on, how else are you going to insert the muses? And the muses are like 50% of the movie. And apart from that, we have already seen a lot of different Hercules adaptations that aren't musical. It's like that are classic Hercules. So it'd be nice to see something else. So does anyone else want to add to that?
When you think about it though, isn't like the reason why they're cutting out the music is because, I mean, they did it at the start with like, let's say Aladdin and all that, and it wasn't doing that good. It was poorly received, or not as well received. Like Beauty and the Beast was not as well received. So maybe they're just trying to go a different route. I don't think that it's a bad. It depends on execution for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I hated that they took out Mushu and Mulan more than that they took out the singing. Because you know, like, and plus Russo brothers, like, you know, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Like they might be able to like make this work. You never know.
I mean, they made Community work from the ground up, so I do have faith in them.
And plus, you can watch the movie again. Like you can just watch the old movies again if you want to listen to it. But
It's different to see it live. Okay, but since the Russo brothers are on it, I'm expecting very good battles. Has to be Winter Soldier level fighting, or we don't want it. So Diana, Ija, anything to add?
I was kind of okay with Mulan not having music because they have an excuse. They wanted to be more historically accurate to the real Mulan myth. But I agree with what you said, Max. Like, if they remove the music, then it's just gonna be Hercules. And we already have enough of that.
Exactly, we've seen it before.
So we want Disney Hercules.
So anyway, looks like based on the comments, it looks like people want to go back to Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
No discussion so far about the two other Percy Jackson spin-offs. We kind of touched on Heroes of Olympus, but there's not much to say yet about Trials of Apollo, because if that were to be translated on screen, it'd be really far from now.
I think they mean the
Which one?
Kane Chronicles and
Kane Chronicles and
Chase.
Magnus Chase.
I wish I got into the Norse.
It's so good. I love that.
It's good.
So good.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh, I love the King Chronicles. Actually, those are pretty good.
Honestly,
I only took on the Norson one.
From a business standpoint, though, yes, though.
No, honestly, it was in Kane Chronicles where I realized that Tom Hiddleston is now eternally imprinted on my head as Loki. Because even the Loki in the books, I was imagining,
You mean Magnus
this is Tom
Chase?
Hiddleston. Yeah.
Yes. And I was thinking of Chris Hemsworth as Thor when I was reading that. Even the characters were so different.
Oh my gosh.
But from a business standpoint, I think it would be better if they worked all their effort on Percy Jackson and the Olympians first, since that's what's been given the deal. Like, put all your energy on that first and make it work so that it could give birth to other projects like Heroes of Olympus, Magnus Chase, and like other things. I mean, guys, we'll finally have official Camp Half-Blood merch instead of having shirts made. We'll have theme parks. Yes!
Probably on Disneyland. Imagine going to Disneyland.
So, Abigail Arena says, "Hi Ija, we love you so much." From Enzo Tan, shout out to my fellow Grover Beth shippers. I have no comment. Grover Beth banging on my chest tonight. I'm sorry, I have nothing to say. One word, Tartarus. That's it. All I'm going to say. I think that's enough to reply. Alright. Okay, some shades emojis. Have you read any Percy Jackson book during the quarantine from Dale once again? I have not during this quarantine, but I want to.
PJO.
PJO.
yeah, this talking made me want to read Percy Jackson. I might go last
Exactly.
night.
Not gonna lie, right? Yeah, same. Like, I want to marathon on the 10 again and then pick up Trials of Apollo again. Or honestly, I'm not even kidding, but right after this, I might just watch Percy Jackson on Netflix just to get my fix. Renzo Guevara, Timothy Chalamet for Percy.
You know what?
Renzo.
No.
How about no? First of all, 11 years old. 11 years old.
Maybe he was younger, probably.
That out there. I don't see him as a Percy, but I could see him as a camper.
Like a random extra.
Like
As a Luke.
not even as a Luke. As a
Maybe I can see that. I can see that.
Luke is blonde
He's a
and
twig.
He
I can change
kind
that.
of muscular.
No, we
No,
can
Luke is kind of muscular because he had been fighting battles for
Yeah,
a
exactly.
while. So
He can bulk up.
translate.
You can't
Bulk up, can you-
that up.
But he looks like the kid of a messenger god more than, I don't know. I don't know why, it just gives you that vibe.
He has that.
That elfish type of thing. It's the hair and his
I can
face.
see him as an elf, like from Lord of the Rings. I don't know, I can see that.
What a big jump we took from Camp Half-Blood to Middle. Actually, from Camp Half-Blood to Hogwarts to Camp Half-Blood to Middle Earth.
Yup, just going everywhere.
So
Just
it's
do
like we
360.
we spend our summers in Camp Half-Blood. We go to school in Hogwarts, and sometimes we go home to Middle Earth. Are we
That'd be-
missing anything?
That's a great life.
And to get to each place, we ride the Millennium Falcon,
What? That's
escorted
this.
by the rebels. Well, Ija, we're trying to get all the main fandoms here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Except for Hunger Games.
Did I
We don't want to die yet.
We don't.
Oh no! We don't want to die. Okay. I will accept bread from Pita. I will accept bread from Pita, but I will not.
Pizza.
I
The guy
can't.
took back his comment. Renzo took back his comment.
There, Renzo. It's okay. Yeah. So, okay, we're basically doing what HBO is doing, trying to get the major fandoms in. So, kind of unrelated to what we've been talking about, but still kind of on the same topic. Hunger Games just released a new book, a prequel actually,
The prequel.
from when President Snow was younger. Do you think we'll see a movie of that anytime soon?
No.
I don't think so.
No. Would you like
Hopefully
to see
not.
that movie anytime soon?
No.
No?
Not really.
so much.
Why not, you guys? I think it would be interesting.
No.
I don't
Okay.
know. No.
Alright,
Just
okay.
not really
Okay.
into it.
Okay, not gonna push it. Okay. So, these will all be streamed, and streaming is becoming bigger and bigger. Like,
Yeah.
this year,
The
the
Oscars-
Academy.
Yeah, they're only
Yeah.
considering stream movies that can be streamed. Yeah.
They're not only considering streamed movies, but this is the first and only time they will be considering streamed movies because of coronavirus. So yeah, I think it was a necessary move on their part. But another part of their decisions, which gained a lot of traction because of controversy, is the fact that they merged the sound department for the awards. So instead of getting best in sound mixing and someone else getting best in sound editing, one movie will be getting best in sound. So, as filmmakers, what do you guys feel about this? Diana, you start.
I feel like why are they trying to limit like airtime or something? I don't see the reason like at all, because I don't know, if you want to be nitpicky, I'd say it's different, and like you're taking like more awards away from crew members, and
Yes, you are. You are. Like, by doing this, someone is definitely getting robbed of recognition, because something people don't
Yeah.
understand is editing and mixing are two very different things done by two different people. So,
Right.
by saying best in sounds, you're probably only going to end up awarding one of them, unless now you'll be awarding them as pairs, which
yeah.
the
Kinda
same thing. So
weird.
why don't you just stick to the old format? Ija, what do you think?
Honestly, like after, like back in Colombia, like a lot of people were actually talking about this, and everybody was very vehemently, obviously, pro separation for the two, because there's two different majors for the thing. There's two, you can't learn both and be good at both unless you just have two brains. But yeah, it's just like taking sound editing and editing. Those are two different processes altogether.
That's true. Dom, what do you think?
I don't know, like, because I feel like they should be separated, right? Because it's kind of like what Diana said, just taking from the new members, and there's this whole thing then where you can compare it. Oh, okay, my friends just messaged me about it. Like, you can compare it to cinematography and the actual directing
Yes.
of the movie.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
like,
That's a good point. That's a good
yeah.
point. Yeah.
So like
Austin, what do you think?
you have like you'll have all these ideas for the music and where it's supposed to go, but then it's still gonna have to be the editors and the composers who are gonna have to work on it and make sure it actually fits with the scenes or the movie. So yeah.
That's true. Okay, next.
Yeah, I also think that they shouldn't really merge it into one award, because like, I mean, to a lot of people who don't really know the technicalities of it, they'll say it's like the same thing. But like, to people who really know the stuff, they know there's something that sound mixing does that sound editing doesn't. And there are years where they have different winners, so like you'd be robbing like a lot of people of like recognition, because you'd be like summing it up into like one thing. So yeah, that's what I'd say also.
Yeah, exactly. Well, surprisingly, the head of the Sound Association here from the Cinema Audio Society says that the reason why they wanted to merge is for more unity in the category. But I don't know if unity is going to be the thing at play here, because though you're merge and union can be two different things in this context, because will merging this category like incite unity in the members of the sound category, or are they all just going to be mad at each other now that they're vying for the same prize? So this has actually been in talks since 2008, because like shortly after that, films such as Hugo, Dunkirk, Bohemian Rhapsody, they would win for both sound editing and sound mixing, which showed people like, see, the same people are winning it over and over, the same people are winning it, so what's the point in separation? But then in a year like this year, Ford versus Ferrari won for editing, while 1917 won for mixing, which further proves that they're two different things. So anyway, one thing that the supervising sound editors of Hollywood, different sound editors and mixers are saying is, so like as we said, these are two very different jobs with two very different descriptions. Is one reason why they wanted to do this was so that the public could further understand the sounds department of filmmaking, because people tend to only talk about cinematography, direction. Sounds is one that's often overlooked, which shouldn't be. Honestly, it's so it's like one of the most complicated parts of making a film. But they said that they wanted to merge the sound category so it would be easier for the audience to understand. But the thing is, by merging, did we make it easier for the audience to understand, or did we just make it harder to understand because people who are supposed to be representing sound are making it look like the same thing when it's
Exactly.
not? So thoughts, Diana?
It's like a weird reasoning for it. People will be more confused. They'll be like, oh, sound, that's mixing and editing, right? It's like combining visual effects and editing. You can't do that.
Exactly. Like, people don't I guess because we don't see sound, it's kind of harder to be able to tell the difference. But there's a difference nonetheless. Any other thoughts, Ija?
Okay, so I'm gonna be like the black sheep here, but I think that it would confuse people less depending on what it was named, what the category was named. If it was named sound and editing, maybe people won't be just as confused. But like I can see where from like the layman perspective, it's like, oh, sound and editing are the same because both happen behind the scenes. You know, I think it doesn't confuse them, but from a moral standpoint, as a filmmaker, those two things are completely different, right? Those two studio heads barely meet. The only time they meet is when they have to transfer the film to the stage of filmmaking, right?
Yeah, I agree with this point of view. Like to the normal person, like they wouldn't care as much. The people who really care about it are the people who care more about like what goes on behind the process, and like they really look at the credits. They know these people who work behind the camera and all these. I think those are the people who would really get more pissed more or get more confused compared to the normal people who just be like, oh, it's sound, you know. Compared to when they see like, oh, what's sound mixing and sound editing when they watch the Oscars and stuff.
So that's just a sad reality of it, right? It's just
that's a sad reality, but I think if they wanted to change the reality, they'd have the power to. I mean, you have a wide platform. The Academy itself is a wide platform, and if you wanted to get people more interested in sound and learning about what it's about, it's possible. So anyway, our commenters want to hear more about why we don't want the Hunger Games prequel film. Don't you want to see the rise of Donald Sutherland's presidency?
What do you want to watch? Like Hitler's childhood, right? That's the thing for me. It's like I don't want to have like an excuse for how this dictator came to be, right? I mean,
I'm gonna be honest though, a movie about Hitler's childhood might be interesting. I don't know. But like, you know, it's just it lacks a pull. There's no hook for me. I'm not that invested in the series. But that's for me personally.
As someone who spent sleepless nights reading the Hunger Games trilogy, I'd like to see it. Cause okay, so for me the movies, like Catching Fire was the best movie. Mockingjay Part 2 kind of paled in comparison to the rest, but it didn't turn me off enough for me not to want to see what else was in store. Like I think in terms of approaching this movie, we shouldn't be thinking of it as like Star Wars prequel trilogy, main trilogy, sequel trilogy. This is more of an anthology film. Like it contributes to the bigger storyline, but it's not in the main storyline. And I think if you think of it that way, it'll be something easier to accept. Because honestly, like I think it would be interesting to see President Snow's origins and how the Capitol was before the Capitol we knew. Like it would be nice. It would be an opportunity to expand the Hunger Games world a little more, to understand why we have quarter quells, why the Hunger Games are even a thing. But it can be the type of movie that, oh, I don't need to see it, but if I want to see it, I'd like to see it. Actually, a few years ago, before the book was even announced, Josh Hutcherson and Jennifer Lawrence did a press con. And this was at the end of Mockingjay Part 2. They did a press con. And then one reporter asked, how do you feel about this being your last movie? And then Josh Hutcherson was like, haha, there's one more. And then everyone was like, what? And then he was like, I'm joking. So basically, he pulled a Tom Holland. And then people were like, what was Josh Hutcherson talking about? There's going to be another movie. What's going on? And then about a year or two later, the author came out with the book, said, oh, I'm writing this new novel about President Snow. So everyone was like, oh, that's the one more that Josh Hutcherson was talking about.
Writing one.
Yes. So thank you, Josh Hutcherson, for giving us that little sneak peek. Okay. So, more comments about sound from my dad. Combining the awards in sound and giving the same award. Not yet. It just came out last week. So, I don't know how to get a copy yet.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, back to sound. Comment from my dad. He said, combining the awards in sound is like giving the same award to a photographer and the guy who printed the shot. Good point. Very, very fair point.
Shout out to your dad.
That's a good analogy.
Shout out to our parents who are watching right now. To our friends watching right now. Sorry if there are comments we missed, because my comments are not loading entirely. And if you guys have
Are there?
questions, please keep them coming. There aren't any new ones right now. So, Diana, I know there was something you wanted to talk about. You can talk about it now.
Okay. Since everyone's going to streaming sites, I hope you guys could check I Want TV for this mini series that I worked on as a PA. It's called The Tapes.
Oh, okay.
It's directed by Bradley Liu, and it's starring Sam Milby and Yassi Pressman. It's a drama mystery kind of series. It's set in 1999 in Baguio, so it has some like occult, supernatural stuff. If you guys are interested.
Of course, we're interested. So
It's
we'll
really interesting,
watch
yeah.
out for that. Yeah. Baguio, the perfect place for something
Streaming for
supernatural.
free.
On I Want TV?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes out for that. What about you, Ija?
Well, I've been recently working on a online course. So if you guys are interested in like online learning and all that, I'm actually working on two of them. So if you go to edurescue.org, edurescue.org, there's two courses that I'm working on: June De Leon's and Abigail Arenas. June De Leon's is all about tackling your fears from his perspective, from being a photographer for 44 years, from being a war photographer to being a fashion photographer to being there during Marcos's time as a news photographer. And then Abigail Arenas is 10 habits to transitioning online. So if you guys want to take a look into that, really. Also, we also have a channel called Abigail Arenas Official. If you're looking into tips on how to do Zoom meetings online better, like how to present yourself better on Zoom over video calls, go ahead, take a look at that YouTube channel. There's 3 videos up on there right now, and they're all pretty generally short, under 8 minutes. So yeah, really cool.
We could all watch that right now.
We need to.
Watch that right now. We're all on Zoom. So both of you, if you guys have links to that already, you can just put it in the comment section of this stream so that people can comment. So anyway, anything else we missed, you guys? A very important figure. There was a very important figure who passed away last week, named Jerry Stiller.
Oh, I love them. He was in Seinfeld. I love that guy so much. That show.
King of the Hill.
Oh yeah. No, King of Queens. I think.
King of Queens.
Yeah, but I really love him when he was playing Frank Costanza, which is the dad of George Costanza, which is one of the main characters in the show. He was so funny, and I loved him. I didn't even know he was the dad of Ben Stiller too. But yeah, he was in Zoolander and Hairspray too, which are really good movies.
He was in Hairspray? Who was he in Hairspray?
He played a minor role. He was the owner of the dress shop that wanted Tracy to be the spokesgirl. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So
Yeah, he died of natural causes, which really sucked. But 92.
how old is he?
92.
92.
Well, he lived a full life.
Long life. He lived a full life.
Yeah.
I hope he was happy.
So anyway, before we end, I just wanted to say Loyola Film Circle invites everyone to go check out the Frontliners Kitchen. So we invite you all to pledge a meal for our frontliners. 5,000 pesos can help provide 100 meals for our brave frontliners. So I'll be posting a link to that in the comments as well. Please go check it out. And apart from that, anyone else have something to say? Any last shout outs? Any last words? Dom, as our first producer of Clapback, is there something you'd like to say?
I'm glad it's in good hands now, so good luck for the next school year.
Thanks. Thanks, we need it, because it'll probably be like this. This time last year was actually when you made me do my first round of talking to myself recorded.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, before we end the show, I just want to say happy birthday to Lola Sunny. I hope you see this. I hope that you stay safe despite COVID and everything that's going on. I hope you had an amazing day. I hope your family, with your family through call, and that you have many more years ahead. Okay.
Aw.
So, is that it, everyone? Okay. Thank you guys for tuning into Clapback, and we'll see you all soon. Stay safe, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, and thank you to our guests. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
It was a fun
It's a pleasure.
conversation. Don't forget to check out their stuff. Bye.
Bye.
Cut! Good take! Want to hear our take on all your favorite filmy things? Tune in to Clapback, the radio show for film critics, production news, pop culture, and social commentary. Serving as a place for our voice in our cinematic universe. Hosted by the Loyola Film Circle, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Action!